It began with the smallest shifts. The way Emily's phone would buzz, and she'd slide it under her pillow the second I stepped into the room. Not a dramatic slam or a panicked grab, just a smooth, practiced motion, like she was brushing away a stray crumb. After 5 years of marriage, I knew her rhythms. I knew her habits. But this wasn't normal. One Friday evening, I came home from a week-long renovation job, my hands still carrying the smell of sawdust and paint. Emily greeted me with a distracted half-smile. Not the warm "I missed you" expression I was used to. She headed straight for the living room, phone in hand, not even meeting my eyes. At first, I tried to rationalize it. Maybe she was exhausted. Maybe work had been rough. But by Sunday, the pattern was impossible to ignore. The constant buzzing, the hushed whispers, the flimsy excuses that never sat quite right. That night, I tried to gently bring it up. Leaning against the counter with my arms crossed, I asked, "Is everything okay? You seem distant." Her smile tightened, and she replied, "I'm fine, just busy with work stuff." Busy, sure, but since when did busy mean hiding her phone, flinching whenever I walked by? I kept telling myself I was imagining things, but the uneasy feeling in my chest only grew. The real blow landed on Tuesday. I was fixing the garage door spring when I saw her car pull in later than usual. She walked right past me, keys jingling, slipping into the house without a single word. Inside, her shoes weren't where she always left them. Her coat was tossed across a chair instead of hung neatly. I might have brushed it off until a small envelope slid out from between the couch cushions. A receipt. A restaurant I'd never heard of. Dated the night before. My stomach tightened. I tried to convince myself it meant nothing, but later came sooner than I expected. That night, as I went to make coffee, she walked by with her phone held high, pretending to scroll. The brightness lit up the screen, and exposed a message I was never meant to see. Just one line, but it was enough. "Can't wait to see you again." My heart dropped. That single sentence confirmed everything I'd been afraid to believe. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I needed certainty, undeniable proof, so I started watching more closely. Little things, quick glances, secretive texts. The entire atmosphere in the house shifted. Laughter sounded forced. Words felt heavy. The space between us grew colder. I wasn't naive, but I needed the truth laid out without question. Wednesday night became the tipping point. I came home earlier than usual, claiming a cancelled meeting. She greeted me with an overly warm smile, almost scripted before slipping away for a conference call. I watched her disappear into the bedroom with her phone and felt a mix of anger and heartbreak twisting inside me. This wasn't random. This was intentional. So one became methodical. No snooping, just quiet observation. When did doors open? What time did texts come through? How long did her work calls last? Everything formed a clear pattern. A pattern that told one truth. Friday. I set my plan in motion. I acted like I was leaving for work, grabbed my jacket, walked out, then parked my truck a block away and waited. Minutes later, I saw her arrive and a second car pulled up behind her. A man stepped out. She welcomed him with the same smile she once gave me. They lingered on the porch, then slipped inside together. There it was. No more guessing. No more hoping I was wrong. The pain hit deeper than I expected, but I stayed silent. Confronting her then would have been too easy, too private. I wanted the whole truth brought into the light, not hidden behind closed doors. All weekend, I gathered everything. Photos, messages, times, not for revenge, but for clarity, for finality. By Sunday, the plan was complete. Monday arrived, and I acted like nothing was wrong. I greeted Emily casually as she sipped her coffee, her oblivious smile almost surreal. I kept my voice steady, my routine normal, all while preparing for what came next. By mid-afternoon, I arranged a small gathering, just a few friends and neighbors. Emily didn't question it. She laughed, chatted, completely unaware that her secret was about to unravel. When everyone settled in, I asked her calmly, "Hey Emily, can you grab the dessert from the kitchen?" She nodded and walked off. The moment she stepped away, I placed my phone on the table and opened the photos and messages I'd collected. I didn't need to say a word. The evidence said everything. When she returned, the room fell silent. Her eyes went straight to the screen, Color drained from her face. Asterisk, her hands shook as she reached for her own phone. Too late, asterisk, I leaned back and asked quietly, would you like to explain this? Asterisk, she tried. She stuttered, scrambled, attempted to twist it into work or friendship, but the proof sat there, undeniable. Every timestamp, every message, every photo exposed the truth. She'd been hiding. No one spoke. The silence was heavy. Friends exchanged awkward glances. Neighbors shifted in their seats. Asterisk, I watched the version of her I once adored crumble completely. Asterisk, I didn't raise my voice. I didn't insult her. I simply said, I promised to love you forever. And you chose someone else. Asterisk, tears streamed down her face. Guilt, shock, maybe both. Asterisk, I turned to the group, not to humiliate her, but to acknowledge what had been hidden for far too long. It was closure. It was accountability. Asterisk, by the end of the night, what she'd kept secret was no longer in the dark, and our marriage could never go back to what it was. Asterisk, I walked away from that gathering feeling an unexpected mix of heartbreak and relief.